Hi, my name is Sigmund. I bring you another video specifically on discussions on strategic choices. And basically, this video is dedicated to corporate level strategies. I want to bring you an understanding to issues at the corporate level. And I suggest that your understanding must be clear here, because the first decision for an entity is to make a decision as to what product or market they should be into. And usually we call it the entity's product market strategy. And in making that decision, Halal and Prahalan has given us a model where entities may either decide to go for the product-based approach or the resource-based approach. In making that decision, usually for the product-based approach, entities make decision on what product or market to select by making a decision on the most profitable product. Now, if the entity should make their decision based on the resource-based approach, they rather consider their own capability in respect or in terms of their product decision. They make the decision based on their own capabilities or their capacity, as you may look at it, in making the decision as to what product or market to be in. So clearly at the corporate level, the decision is clear, and the guidance has been provided for us by Hamal and Prahalan, where entities define their strategic scope by looking at what particular market or product they should be selling or be in terms of the market. So the decision is clear. You can either choose the product-based approach or the resource-based approach. Now, once you have done with this decision and you define your strategic scope, the next thing entities must focus on is to make a decision as to their various portfolio of product and how to manage them. Now, strategic management of product portfolio should mean that a company corporate strategy selection should involve making decisions about the businesses they should invest in, which businesses they should disinvest, in order to create a suitable portfolio of businesses that should enable the company achieve their strategic objective. And a number of analytical models have been developed to help managers in assessing which particular strategic business unit that they should have in their business portfolio or not. And collectively, these methods are known as what we call the portfolio analysis model. So clearly, it's very important that entities make a decision with regards to the portfolio analysis model as to what particular business they should invest into, which business they should disinvest in, or in order to create a suitable portfolio of businesses. You do this, and we call it the portfolio analysis model. Now, the approach is that it's a simple approach. Here, we look at analyzing the markets and their future potential for growth and profitability, and the position of an entity within those markets is the clear issues we analyze whenever we are looking at the portfolio analysis. So it's very important we look at these issues, and everybody who is understanding issues at the corporate level should know that the first issue is to ensure that the entity defines its strategic scope in respect to their product market strategy, and the relevant model is provided by Hamal and Prahalan. And once you've made that decision, the option is clear. You either decide to ensure you manage your portfolios was to give you the desired strategic objective or achieve your strategic objective. And the model relevant in doing that is what we know as the portfolio analysis model, which helps you to decide which business you should still be investing into and which business you must disinvest from. And clearly, the models are relevant, and we help them, and we'll be discussing them in this video to help you understand the various analysis we do once we are doing portfolio analysis. So clearly, we move on and look at the next discussion. Now, the purpose of this analysis, usually when we talk about portfolio models or portfolio analysis, is to make decisions about the most suitable portfolio of business. The selected portfolio should then become the established corporate strategy for the company. Now, all portfolio models are based on the assumption that the optimal corporate strategy is to invest in a range of different businesses and products. So here we don't look at just one, but we must ensure that we invest in so many businesses and products. And it will be very risky to rely on just one product or even a limited range of products because of the risk that this might be unprofitable or might go into decline in future when it meets the decline stage of their product life cycle. So that is the understanding that entities have when they spread their portfolios. And the only way to ensure you manage this portfolio is to use what we call the portfolio management or portfolio analysis model. Now, with a portfolio analysis or portfolio model, okay, or what we call portfolio, a portfolio of different products, some may be successful or expected not to be successful. So entities might ensure that the successful ones are used to finance the ones which are failing. Another issue we need to consider also is that by having a portfolio of products, the company can also achieve a mix of products at different stages of the product life cycle. Because if one is introduced, the other may be at a growth stage, the other may be at the maturity stage, or the other may be at the decline stage. So different products may be at different phases of their product life cycle. So the entity may not be at a risk of losing out in the market. So clearly it's very important, and the company can plan to strategize whilst having various products at various stages of their product life cycle. There are various models relevant in doing this analysis, and the first model is what we call the Boston Consulting Matrix, which is called the BCG Matrix. The other one is called the GE Business Screen. And finally, we can also look at what we call the Public Sector Portfolio Matrices, which are also relevant for understanding. So I will encourage you that look at our various other videos where we shall look at the BCG matrix, very important. And if God is good, we could look at also the GE Business Screen and also the other public sector portfolio matrices to help you understand how entities make decisions as to what portfolios to either invest in and which other portfolios to disinvest from. Thank you, and see you in our next session. Thank you for watching another video from Aspire Professional Consult. For more of these videos and audio lectures, you can join our e-learning program by downloading our app on both Android and iOS. For those of you who want to join our classroom lecture, you can also join us on both weekends and weekdays, either at Kwabenya for the weekends and Accra Central at the Hockey Stadium for the weekday. And also, we give you an opportunity to buy books from our published house, that's Aspire Publication, by dialing the following numbers provided on your screen. Thank you, and see you in our next section.